So recently, Netflix has gotten the rights to stream Community on their platform, and ever since its release, the show's popularity skyrocketed. It had more viewers than it previously had when it was still on TV, and surprisingly on the most popular TV shows in IMDb in the past month. So that's when I decided to rewatch Community, and I realized that the last season is really slept on, like really hard. And I actually really liked it. It had its moments. It was funny when it needed it to be funny, and it was also emotional when it needed it to be emotional. Most people say that Community died after Pierce and Troy left the show, but in my opinion, I don't think it died. It was more of a severe disease, and the sixth season was the cure. Before season 6 came out, season 4 and 5 were also different, reflecting changes in front of and behind the camera, including cast departures and additions and Dan Harmon's firing and rehiring. But season 6 not only saw more cast changes, it saw the show rise from the ashes of its highs and lows, finding a new home in Yahoo streaming services. With the show's final season airing on Yahoo screen, it took many restrictions away, including those involving content and running time. Dan Harmon and his writing staff took advantage of this very well and used his ability to let episodes run longer in smart ways. I mean, look at the episode Queer Studies and Advanced Waxing. Maybe Community's longest episode spanning around 31 minutes. But what made the episode really stand out was the way it was presented to us. It had a sorrowful tone to it, and the way it was presented made it genuine as it needed it to be. For the whole episode, we see Elroy and Abed try to save a bird, but at the end of the episode, it eventually dies, making all of the things they did in the whole episode pointless. Just like what Story Street said in his video, it's stupid, it's silly, it's sad, it's relatable. At the same time, but it still retains a level of heart and sincerity. And I think it's one of the reasons why the show was successful. As for the cast changes, this was once again handled very well. We see Shirley leave the show, but despite that, she made an appearance in the season, and we were also introduced to two new characters this season, Elroy and Frankie, and both were a good addition to the group. They both had funny moments and even had one of the best lines this season. As for the main cast, they were phenomenal as always. As for the past two seasons, Britta and Chang were just downright stale, and I liked how they utilized Chang and Britta more in this season, having the spotlight and having episodes specifically focusing on them. And another thing I liked about this season was the fucking writing, since it is in Yahoo. It took many restrictions away, which meant longer episodes and more crazy shit was expected. I'm talking about the incest episode. It was so weird and hilarious at the same time, and the writing was totally on point. And the meta thing with Abed, it was really interesting how they managed that. That his meta take on life can actually relate to the real world, and it really paid off by the finale. And ever since Choi left, looks like the guy you can get emotional scenes out of. And in the season, he really worked well with Annie. And I actually like that. And it's interesting how they managed to pull things off despite all of the changes that the show has been going through. Dan Harmon always finds fresh new ideas for the characters to say or do. It just proves that Dan Harmon is that good as a fucking writer. Now, let me tell you what I don't like about this season. Well, actually, the thing I don't like about this show at all. I actually like this pairing more than Jeff and Britta, so don't at me. So the show tries to portray Jeff and Annie's pairing as something not accepted by society due to age difference and would make him a weirdo. But I mean, at first I agree on that take during the first season since she was like 19 or something. But for 4 straight fucking seasons, man, obviously everyone ages after a span of 5 years, but they're still putting a young label on Annie. I think that's just stupid. I also didn't like how the show just abandoned Troy and Britta's relationship. Somehow Troy is unhappy and decides to dump her, but we never get to see Troy's struggles of being unhappy. It's just unrealistic. I wish they handled both the relationships a bit better in a more genuine and realistic way. And finally, the final episode. This episode was the best of them all. It was really unexpected that Annie and Abed ended up getting job opportunities and had to leave Greendale. It was heartfelt and the emotions were real. It was hard not to fucking cry. I loved how they went with the theme of Jeff trying to accept that his experience with this group is winding down and moving forward is the appropriate thing to do. The finale served as the perfect love letter to the show. It expressed the joy of these friends having had this time together, which just shows that things can't last forever in life, and And that's why people should appreciate the little things, but at the same time, deal with the present in a good and positive way. Because we never know when that good thing can be taken out from our lives forever.